silver that's not used in the film. 90% of the silver in the film is not used. Only 10% goes into making your picture. And it's a law of physics. They can't change that. They try to change a Kodak, can change it. Uh-oh, what happened here? This stuck on the end. Okay, but this is your blank roll.
Yeah, I was about to say that's I think both of them have the tail end is blank because again, one of them it got jammed.
Oh, you'd see the jam caused it to not go in. It ripped the film.
Yeah.
So when I loaded it, it didn't go in anymore.
Yeah, the camera again had to do with the lens or something. Something created it.
Watch out for those Landry lenses. See, this one didn't have a rip in it, so let's give it a rinse. Huh, looks good. Your exposure looks good. With the dog.
Yeah, it was hard to even get focus shots with them. I did it really quick. I didn't get any good time to do it because...
These are good negatives. See the negative, every area of it, it's got tone from light to dark. There's no empty space in it. See that?
Yes.
So your exposure is good. So you're following the meter.
Yes, the built-in meter in the camera.
Very accurate.
Yeah.
Good. These are good negatives. That developer is excellent. Mine is good too. Mine is different. My homemade brew.
Yeah, but you know your stuff, so. Yeah, this one I'm not sure what. Again, something happened with the roll film inside. You know, it's the first time, which got me really pissed off because I've had the camera over 30 years using it. First time that ever happened to me. And I was like I was saying to myself, how the hell did this happen?
There's several ways.
It's halfway. I think 14 shots I only took. There we go.
Yeah, you see these are thinner. You got blank spots there. Just highlights. You want to have highlights and shadows. But there's several, see, the Nikon F, when you use a Nikon lens, it has the actuator that closes the lens down and one arm that closes it down. Same thing with the Pentax, has a little pin. But when you get to I don't know why they did it this way. When you get to Canon lenses, it's got 4 things that have to couple. So more chance of a breakdown, more chance of things getting screwed up. I got all those different systems inside, so I studied all of them. I also bought lenses that are so goddamn cheap, nobody even would they turn their nose up at it. Show you prints that I get with some of these inexpensive lenses. I paid $35. I was collecting them to see what they would do. I bought up all this stuff. I mean, it was so cheap. Now that it's gone up, I wouldn't do it anymore. But I did it 4 or 5 years ago. I got this lens. I love it. It's on my Pentax. It's a Vivitar. There's 18 different lens manufacturers besides Canon, besides Nikon, besides all the other ones. They just make lenses. One of them is Tokina. There's like all different ones. And when you use them, like I was with a friend 30 years ago. She didn't buy for her camera. She had a Canon. She bought a Tokina. So I had a Canon camera. I said, "Could I borrow that lens?" She goes, "Yeah." I shot with it. I said, "This lens is incredible." I said, "You know, just the brand names, right?" It had a metal mount. It was well made. It had a little protection for the pin that goes in. Some of them, like the earlier Canon cameras, had a pin that was exposed. You bunk it, you bend that, your lens won't stop down anymore. So what Nikon did is they put a piece of metal there to give you a little extra protection. Canon redesigned it. They went from FL to FD. FD was a redesign. But they had like 4 parts that had to make contact. Why did they do it that way? I have no idea. The simple way works great. Less problems, no, but also some of the other brands, like I bought an incredible wide angle lens back in 1996. It was 17 millimeters. It works mostly on my Nikon Fs. On 1 or 2 it hangs. There's just it's slightly different in the way they made it, and probably 1/1000th of an inch or something, and it hangs. But it works well with other bodies. So, but I never get that from Nikon. Any Nikon lens, any Nikon body. And in fact, Nikon used the same mount for the digital stuff that came out. You could put it on the Nikon bodies. It'll couple. How it's going to work with the meter and everything is another story. But you can put the lens on there and shoot with it. You can do that. Most developers are called solvent developers because they take the grain and they dissolve it away to give you finer grain. When they do that in a solvent developer, you lose some sharpness. Really no pulls, no punches. This is a surface developer. The way it's designed and the way it is, it creates a contrast line between your different densities and it boosts the sharpness. But the grain is more prominent. The modern films don't show the grain mostly that much, so it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. And you could also get rid of the grain with Rodinal by using it in high dilution. There's a number of things you could do. I never get grain in the modern films. It's the old-fashioned films that are really grainy.
Yeah.
The grain could be nice too.
Yeah, it just definitely does.
They never liked it in the museums.
They didn't?
They didn't.
Why?
They like smooth stuff. They want to be able to sell it to some buyer. They want you to think it's a work of art, you know. But then you see ordinary pictures then look like ordinary pictures to the casual viewer. So unless you do some kind of special thing, you know.
The T-Max Tri-X, the one that gives the grainy, is Tri-X is the one that gives it more grain?
Yes. Yeah. The T-Max is called Tabular Grain. They started introducing it in 1986 is the first time I saw it. It was due to Kodak. They were the first. This is my favorite film washer on earth. This thing really washes the film. When it breaks, I'm going to go into mourning. It's like there's nobody around that makes it anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, it really suds up.
Yeah.
You give it 2 minutes to do it. So I always wash everything off. I don't want any stings or anything. I wash it down thoroughly. Everything is washed out thoroughly. When they start out with a piece of glass to make an optical glass, they cook it 3 times. They add 100 different chemicals. When it's done, like I bought this $5 lens that was broken just to take it apart. See, the glass was white as a feather. It's not glass anymore. It's almost plasticized. So it bends the light rays in a certain way. When light goes through glass, it slows down. It's hitting electrons in the glass and it's slowing down. 5 pieces of glass. But it's not going very slower than 186,000 miles per second. But it slows down. It's the physics of it. It bumps into electrons, it's absorbed by electrons, and it's released. And Richard Feynman says that when the electron absorbs the photon, it's not backwards in time. Because he showed that mathematically and how it works, he got a Nobel laureate in physics. He combined Albert Einstein's ideas of time and space with quantum mechanics. He coupled it. The first guy to do that. So now it's going through 6 pieces of glass. It's hitting that one, going back. It's knocking the electron back. It's absorbing it. It's going backwards. It comes back to the moment, releases it, goes backwards. All the pieces of glass. Then it hits the film, and it's doing something in the silver of the film. It's creating a latent image. It's called the photoelectric effect. It was discovered by Albert Einstein. They said it takes about 2 to 4. The original idea would take 2 atoms to make an image. If there's an image on your film, as soon as the light hits it, Albert Einstein said, no, it's 4 atoms. You could see it with an electron microscope before the film was developed. That electron microscope go way down, you could see an imprint on the film before you develop it. What the developer does is take that hidden image and magnify it. Some say 10 million times, some people say a billion times, so that you have a negative. The silver grows, the crystals, and through the developer it spreads. Then you fix it to get rid of the silver that wasn't involved in the process, like that milky silver washes off. 90% of it washes off. Only 10% goes into. I'm saying an awful lot, so.
I love it. No, it's it. Yeah.
I mean, I used to teach photochemistry. Just put this up there like that. Your negatives are good. Your exposure rate is spot on. Sorry about your lens.
Yeah. I'll definitely bring it next time. Again, it could be that the fact, like you said,
you want to bring your camera when the ferry boats are running. Let's take a ferry trip and bring your camera.
Okay. Yeah.
So this now, what this guy does, this has 2 chemicals in it. So once the fixer does its job, you want it out of the silver because it's dissolved the silver. It'll cause the silver to stain if it stays in the film for any length of time. That's why film fades. That's why you get brown stains on the film. You're getting it's like silverware tarnishing. It's the same principle. Silverware will tarnish in the oxide because of the sulfur in the air. This has sulfur in the fixer that makes it dissolve the salts. But you want them out, especially in prints. This guy takes what's left and makes it safe to be there. It gets out some of it, but it mostly makes it safe. So it just sits there with the silver, it does nothing. It changes it. There's 2 chemicals in here. And the same chemical in here that you use to preserve the developer called sodium sulfite is in here. It breaks down the sodium thiosulfate. That's photochemistry. So you leave it in here for 2 minutes. You wash it for 5, and we hope it's permanent. I have negatives 50, 60 years old. They haven't stained. So it's been working. Wow. One of them was made by Ansco, and the whole negative cracked. The plastic was bad plastic, made by Ansco. A beautiful picture of a friend of mine who passed away. I did it of him in 1971. It turned into a square mosaic and then just shattered like glass. No. Yeah, the plastic dried up and cracked.
Wow.
Just on its own. But it hasn't. The Kodak negatives haven't done that. So Kodak's they're all using a polyester plastic, so they're all using a good plastic. I know I'm saying an awful lot in a short time.
No, it's exactly.
We'll give you a short quiz later.
I'm going to get nervous. No cheating. I'm going to get caught cheating.
So this could be used over and over again. This stuff. You could use it on paper. This takes 5 minutes. You put some photo flow on it, which reduces the water surface tension, and we're done here. I could say.
So almost a 25-minute process or 20-minute?
20, 25, something like that, altogether. Sometimes I develop film for 45 minutes. I use very, very dilute developer. They recommend even an hour.
What's the purpose of that?
You get very, very, very long tonal scale. The stronger you make this, the bolder you'll get a picture. It's more bold, more graphic, more strong contrast. The softer one will give you a long scale. I did one really soft in the Brooklyn Harbor. It was incredible. The little derricks in the distance of the harbor look like feathers. They're like soft. You're on the boat, and it's kind of a bit bold. But then you got this thing floating in the water, and it goes in and out the picture. The pictures can go in and out in different ways, so you can change the dilution depending on what you're doing. There's all sorts of stuff you can do here. It's endless. And if you got very grainy film, the 1 to 100 dilution keeps the grain down. Mm-hmm. It keeps the grain. Aggressive development makes the grains plump in the old-fashioned way, but you get a very grainy. See, my chemical is made out of 3 ingredients: a developing agent, an alkali. The alkali moves the development forward, but it also destroys the developer. So you have to have a preservative between the developer and the alkali. So you put in sodium sulfite; it absorbs oxygen. They use it in meat to keep it pink. Instead of it looking dark and raunchy, you wouldn't eat it. So So they put sodium sulfite. They put sodium sulfite in wine to absorb off the chemicals that make it age, or so it doesn't turn to vinegar right away. So you're drinking sodium sulfite. So when they make a chemical in industry, there's like 5 uses. So they make it by the ton. So this company buys it, that company buys it. In photography, it preserves the developer. So when I make it, it's only like $4 or $5 a bottle. If I had to buy that stuff that's on the shelf there, it's about $15 a bottle. There's nothing wrong with buying what they make. It's the Adox red that's in the corner there. If you come forward, you can see the color.
This one right here.
Yeah. It's a very good developer. If you're not going to make your own, get that. That stuff is great. Highly recommended. So this is photo flow, and usually it's 1 to 200 solution. The one I got is concentrated. It's 4 times stronger than this. So I just put a couple of drops in there, and it reduces the water surface tension. So the film just dries clean. I never wipe down my negatives. The film gets wet, the emulsion is soft, and you can scratch it. I never have dirt on my film, it works. Some people take something and they squeegee it. The less that touches it, the better. And I got a filter to filter out the water so all the crap doesn't come through. So you just take this, and that's enough.
Wow, that's it, huh?
Yeah. It's very concentrated. You see this foam up. The photographer used to photograph beer, put yellow dye in this, and the foam's up. It's the beer that never leaves its head. Never. Foam's right up. Look at that. The little bit that came out is foaming up. It reduces the water surface tension. So now we put this in here. Look at that. Look how much, a little bit too.
Yeah.
If you put too much on it, it puts a residue on your film, so you just want it's I got a whole gallon of stuff they gave me. People gave me stuff they were getting out of photography. I got so much stuff I accumulated.
Wow.
Yeah, like I say, these are good negatives. You make good negatives here. Following the meter. Did you have it set for 200 or 400?
400.
You could also, to get a little more shadow detail, you could set it for 200.
I'll do that next time.
Any of the Filmapan films you got are really good. So if you buy it in 35mm spools, check out the prices of Adorama too, because they're a little cheaper than B&H.
They are. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, the prices are a little better. No, these are good negatives.
No,
They're spot on.
that's good. I should have known better, Autorama, because I always go to Autorama as well, just for that.
Yeah.
I should have known.
But you can check out prices before you even go in.
Yeah. You know, believe it or not, that's where we're popping up. So I was like, okay, this is the best price I see now, but doing more research definitely.
So you start to dissolve some of it away. That's because you had that cut in here.
Yeah.
Or else that never would have happened. These are underexposed because you're getting like highlights, but you see around, there's no frame. You're not seeing the frame. So you're getting, this is what happens at 400. The meter is just reading light. But what you want, you see this negative here is starting to show the frame. If you moved it down to 100, you would get more detail. And at 50, you get more detail again. But what happens, the negative blocks up. There's a point where the contrast doesn't come through anymore, and it just turns into gray. So you add tone with a light like that by adding more exposure, and then you get more density. Okay, so just hang this guy up, go out, have lunch, come back, and we'll print.